How's it going, everyone? My name is DrapPep. Welcome back to another installment of this series. I wanted to talk a little bit about how I love B-rated films and what I like to consider something below that, C-rated. C-rated films. And the thing is, I guess C-rated is mostly considered indie, right? It feels weird calling indie below B-rated, but it's independent. Those are independent, films that were made, and I have a lot of them. I love the bad effects. I love the costume designs where you can clearly see the zipper. There is something beautiful about cheesy bad movies. I personally have close to about more than 1,000 DVDs easily, and some of them are like mega collections. And what I mean by that is like they're cases that come in like 50 in a box. And I have two binders that can hold up to, I think it's like 500 DVDs. They're both filled to the brim, both of them. And then I have the mega collections that have 50 in them. And I got like several cases of DVDs all over the place. I even have shelves of DVDs. I love movies. I do. I love cinema. I've seen so many movies. I mean, clearly, I've seen so many movies because my collection is so massive. Back in the day, I used to go to Blockbuster all of the time. All of the time. I was so into it. As a kid, we would go to Blockbuster and then we would, I would check out the N64 games, rent them out. At the time, it was Sega Genesis that was renting. And I would be like, ooh, I want to play Sonic and Knuckles. I want to play Jurassic Park. Yeah. And we'd run around, me and my sister, and we'd grab all the Sega Genesis games that we could, and we would check them out. And my mom would buy scary movies because she loves horror. And I was introduced at a young age. I think the first film I watched was Night of the Living Dead. At least that's the earliest thing I can remember at 4 years old. And I remember, first of all, that I thought it was real. First of all, I saw that and I'm like, because I was used to my parents, watching the news, and I'd see Night of the Living Dead. I'm like, Jesus, is this happening? Are they okay? And I was like, oh, no, this is a movie. Are you sure? Should we be concerned about this? You see this, right? You see what's happening on this TV. They're eating them. That's that's clearly a body part going into the mouth. That's gonna hurt. No, it's not real. It's like, okay, well, I'm just saying we should probably lock the doors. And my mom, on occasion, would check out a scary movie that she thought would be really scary, and it was so bad. It would be so corny. Oh man. And I loved it. I thought some of the lines they would produce were funny. Some of the effects were like goofy and made me not scared because I was super scared of scary movies. But the bad ones, I was able to watch those just fine. And as an adult, I still love those kinds of films. My favorite bad film is easily The Room, which is with is it Tommy Wiseau? I think that's it. Tommy Wiseau plays as, I think, Johnny, and it's it's so good. It is a masterpiece. There are so many scenes in that movie that are meme worthy. And that's kind of the point. Bad movies you can easily turn into memes. Oh my god, so easy. You can go through so many bad movies and turn it into a meme template so easy. So easily. I've thought about that multiple times, just going through all of my bad movies and just turn them all into memes. At one point, I wanted to review them all. I really did. I was like, I'm going to review these. These are going to be funny. And I didn't realize how much work went into reviewing movies. This is a lot of work. But I have easily maybe 200 rated B indie films, right? Just B film indie films. And I have a couple that are my favorite. I do. Um Besides The Room, which clearly you can tell that's my favorite one. Uh I think one of them is called The Club, and it's about these high schoolers that each one of them was going to take their own life, and they instead go to this like parallel reality where they're the only ones there, and each of them are outrunning the method they were going to use to end their life. And throughout the film, it is actually good. Like the acting is pretty good. The special effects are really awesome, and it's considered an indie film. And it's like mind-boggling good. So there are indie films that are genuinely. I mean, of course, this is my opinion, and I love these films. Like, of course, I'm going to be like, ooh, I like these ones. But there are some that are actually really good. There's even some with like bad costume designs and even worse soundtracks that are still pretty good. And it's mostly because of the story plot, the storylines. And I think that's even the more interesting thing is that when you start getting into watching bad movies, you you get to see a plot that you won't see anywhere else. Storylines that are, they're trying to be original, and it is original. It is. Some of them not so much. Other ones, yeah, definitely. And I don't know. I can honestly see like a studio. I guess not really a studio if it's indie, but I could see a director doing bad movies for books, like books that are good, but everyone's like, "Oh, this would be such a good movie," and then the director is just like, "I got you. Get the wigs out, get the bad costumes. We're making a movie based on Court of Thorns and Roses. We're making a Court of Thorns and Roses book movie. Get the costumes out. Who wants to be the Fey High Lord? Who wants to be that? Who wants to be Farah? Come on, raise a hand. Who wants to be?" I truly love the energy that gets put into a lot of these movies because it's it's the high energy from a lot of these cast members that makes it feel corny. Like you can see they're excited to be there, and they bring that excitement into their characters, which makes them seem even more corny because it's supposed to be a very stressful and very scary moment in the film, and they can't stop smiling. They're smiling like lunatics. Like, "Oh man, Johnny's dead." Is he? Is he dead? Because you're kind of smiling awfully big. Did you kill him? Were you the guy? Were you the guy that killed him? I think you are. Then he dies and he still has that smile on his face. Oh, Christ. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was someone else. I also love watching popular movies that are supposed to be, modern and well paid, but like they feel just as corny as indie films. A lot of your parody movies are like that. Like another teen movie, the superhero movie, uh well, the was it called The Starving Games? I think it was called. And then you've got like, you know what I mean, like the parody films. Like those are all modern films, but like they've got that indie vibe to them. And like the jokes are super corny. I love that. I love that about those films. And it just, I don't know. I think movies that are purposely trying to be bad are good, and movies that are trying way too hard to be good that are bad are also good in my book. Those are also good in my book. I like them both. I like them both. And to anyone who doesn't give indie films a chance, you're missing out. There's some really cool stuff there that like you really are missing out on this because it's there. It's easy for you to get to. But I think so many people are so excited for the blockbuster films, and then they go and see the blockbuster films and complain. And they're like, it wasn't good. It was bad. I didn't like it. It wasn't like how I wanted it to. Yeah, yeah, that's called studio. That they had to do what the studio said, and that changes the script. While an indie film, they could put whatever they want in there. They can do whatever they want because it's their project, and you'll see some stuff. You'll see. You're buckle up. You're about to watch some corny, god awful stuff, and then you're gonna see something that went, damn, I really didn't think they were gonna add that in that film. that was a bit much. I can't believe they thought that was a good idea. Yeah, that's because no studio told them, hey, maybe not put that in the film. Maybe cut that out of the script. That might not be suitable for audience. No one's telling them that. It's just them out there in the woods with a cast crew, and they're like, yeah, you know what? Let's add she gets attacked by trees, like an Evil Dead. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you everyone for joining.